Hey everybody, Danny Shea. Take 3. So I ran out of space on my iPad, so I have to start all over again. It was some great readings too. Just a little too much yakking, I think. All right. 3 cards to start. This is going to be political. It's going to be spiritual in the beginning. Then we're going to flip to some spiritual. So I'm using for my 3 cards to start is my Beyond Lemuria deck. Dr. Gale introduced me to these in Shasta. They're amazing. Like it, like it, like it. The first card I got was Internal Explorer. Second card I got was the Infinite. The third card I got, Star Seer. And when I look at these cards, there is a new shift. There's a new energy. I've been talking about it for a while. I hear it a lot on Pam Gregory's astrology website. I hear it again on Pixie Magenta's channeling, and that to me is kind of hard to listen to because it gets way out there. But there's a new energy that is coming up. And Nancy Jean and I were talking about this with her 9 candles and that she's going to be doing during Lionsgate, 8/8 portal. And the last 8/8 portal was pretty powerful. This one is going to be huge, according to some of these people that channel and get information like that. Well, I know we've been talking about this. I talk about the web of creation, keeping our messages, keeping our internal words high. What we think about, we create on this web of creation, on this web that we're all interconnected with. Whatever we think, whatever we say reverberates on that web and is a creation vibration. Last Sunday, the cards were saying the same thing about Root Girl. We can't go down that road where we go, I'm too fat, I'm too small, I'm too ugly, my hair's too frizzy. Not that anybody would ever say that. Well, but that stuff, no. Higher vibration, have to stay in that higher vibration. So when we start slipping into that negative land, like I'm going to do in a minute with politics, when we slip into that negative land, we have to change the conversation so that we are building ourselves up again, so that we don't fall into that, because it's a spiral and it's like, we're going down the drain. It's hard to get out of that. So once we start it, kick it back up. Our internal explorer needs to be high vibration. We have infinite creativity in this. And it's the Star Seer. Stay in the higher vibration. That's really hard for me to do. Look at that. Come on. Ooh, no. Ooh, there we go. All right. Thank you. Beyond Lemuria. Stay in the higher vibration. Don't get sucked down the drain hole. All right. Speaking of getting sucked down the drain hole, I already pulled these cards out, and this is Biden's success. I even wrote it down where I was. We were 27 minutes in. Here I am, I don't even know, 6 minutes in and I'm talking about it. Why is the media not talking about Biden's successes? And I thought about this when I was watching Chuck Todd for a little bit. It's so hard to watch him now. He had on the North Dakota governor who is going to be, who announced that he's running for president for the Republicans, Doug Burgum. And he's so funny. Not really. But he goes, I won't work with Trump, but I'll vote for him. And I'm like, but if you're the governor, then aren't you going to work with him? Kinda. And he goes, you know, the company you keep is indicative of your character. And Chuck goes, well, does character count? Absolutely. But I'll vote for him. Help me understand that, y'all, because I don't get it. That's crazy talk. It's like, blah, 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 blah. So he then started in on, Chuck asked him, is there anything that Biden has done that you can agree with? And the guy took like 10 seconds and said no. And it was a really long pause, and it's like he's thinking about something. I think he was thinking of doing his laundry or something. And he goes, yeah, hang on. Good question. The internal monologue for me was, that's a good question. Let me pretend like I'm thinking. And make sure I put bleach in my whites and separate the colors. And no, I can't think of anything that he did good. Really? Well, you all know that I watch Heather Cox Richardson. Here's what she said about that. 29 consecutive months of job growth. Inflation steadily declining. Durable goods have been up for 3 consecutive months. 35,000 new infrastructure projects. An extended period in which real wages exceeded inflation. And then outsized gains for lower wage earners. Outsized gain. I'm not quite clear on what that means. I think it means that lower wage earners are getting more money. So Biden's economic plan is all about enabling the middle class, bottom up economics versus top down. So he couldn't think of any of that. He commented on the CHIPS Act, which is, that was the next one I was going to read on. The CHIPS Act, which he goes is a disaster. And I'm thinking, it's not a disaster. It was a good start bringing back chips manufacturing to the US. All the Democratic senators voted for it. Bernie didn't, because he thought that we're going to be spending money somewhere where it shouldn't be. Oh, shock. Really? The government spends money where they shouldn't spend it? They waste money? Really? I can think of some salaries that they waste their money on. Sorry. So yeah, I can understand that it's not 100% perfect. And it will never be 100% perfect, but you can always tweak it and move it forward and adjust it so that it becomes more perfect. What whatever that means. Why isn't the media talking more about Biden's success and pushing back? We have the Four of Cups. This is sadness. It's a feeling of sadness. I call it crying over spilled milk. In this deck, the cups are still upright. They may be a little empty. There's a new cup being offered. Something new is being offered, but they're not looking at it. The media is not looking at what Joe Biden has done. It's being challenged by the Six of Cups, going back to a simpler time, going back to, I don't know, is it going back? I don't think the media really is concerned with, where we're headed. They're just looking at ratings. But the people who are not talking about Biden's success want to go back to a simpler time. And maybe that is, don't go cray on me, Reagan economics, just going back in time. And if you look at this card, you have a more mature man going back to a young, immature man. And that's, I think, Reaganomics. It didn't work. I'm all for trying something and see if it works. It didn't work. Change it up. At the base of the reading is the Hierophant. This is the government card reaching for something higher, reaching for, I just heard newer truth. It's a newer awareness, staying in the light. Don't stay at the bottom of the steps. Go up to the light. In the past, as it relates, is trickle-down economics. Boom, the tower. It's crashing down. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I hope I covered it up. In one of the podcasts I was listening to, I don't know if I said this because this is like the third time I've recorded this. Pixie Magenta was talking about how there is lower level awareness energy portals that are imploding on each other. So the lower energy is not going to be able to get through into this dimension. It's actually imploding. It's not closing, imploding on each other. And you see that on the house floor with Green and Bobart yelling and screaming at each other. This lower level energy is imploding. And I really feel that with my Republican brothers and sisters and friends. Are they just getting super tired of all this stuff? Where's the joy in Mudville with them? I think it's imploding. All right, at the top of the reading, why is the media not talking about Biden's successes? At the top of the reading is the Seven of Wands. This card is really, it's different than others in other decks, in that there is a bubble of protection. There is calm and peace and solitude against all of these barbs coming at her. So it feels like we just have to be confident and comfortable and stay in that bubble of awareness that things are working out. And we need to keep that vibration going in that web of creation, positive vibration, not fall into the negativity of, oh, Biden is too old, can't talk right, can't do this, his economic policy is awful. This is, I mean, all of that is just noise to try to get us into a tower moment. And no, if we stay in this bubble, right? In this bubble of protection, it's going to spread out to the world. So is this saying that the world economy is going to start kicking up? Possibly. Is this saying that the world is going to see Biden's economic plan and growth and stability and leadership? Yeah, I believe it is. So it's curious that we have the tower on one side, the world on the other, tower in the past, the world in the future. Completion cards, beautiful energy card for the world. Yay. All right. Quickly, let's look at Fox News is facing another lawsuit. Ray Epps was in January 6th. He was caught up in Tucker Carlson's lies, and Epps got an attorney. Attorney said, cease and desist, Mr. Carlson, in your language towards my client. And Ray Epps, and again, I apologize if I'm repeating myself. Ray Epps was a Marine, Trump supporter, and he was there, I think, on January 6th. And Tucker Carlson said, see that guy? See that guy? He's part of the government. I don't know where he got that. So is this potential lawsuit going to go anywhere? Let's pull 3 cards on it. And then I want to see if it is going to change the rules where media has to be a little more truthful. I did a reading a few years ago about it, and the energy I got then was yes, but it's in the future. Is this the time now? So much of the stuff that we all were reading on is coming true. And I got a message from White Dragon, and he goes, that dragon is thrashing his tail and it's whipping around. It does not want to give up its power, but it is. It was funny, White Dragon said that. Oh, and this Thursday, I'm going to be doing a live show, and we're going to be talking about dragon energy, dragon healing energy, with this woman that I met up in Shasta. Fascinating woman. I think she's a Lemurian. I think she's from another planet. She is a starseed for sure. She's bringing a lot of light. So this is going to be interesting to see where it goes. I'm excited, except it's live and it scares me. I'm a scaredy cat. And there's, okay, squirrel moment. Sorry, little rant. I don't know where I am. I'm not going to timestamp this, so sorry. I was going to, but it's all mixed up. Being scared, right? So many people that I've been reading recently are going, I don't know what my path is. I know I should be doing something, but I don't know where it is. I'm like, it's like part of the CHIPS Act. Just do something, tweak it later. Do something, tweak it later. Do you think I knew what I was doing when I jumped onto YouTube? Okay, hey, I hear you guys, you go, you don't know what you're doing now. That is lower level thinking, y'all. So, we step into this, a new beginning, unsure of how it's going to unfold, where it's going to take us. And yet it is scary. But why can't we make that scariness be excitement? What's the difference between being a scared and a frighted? No, a scared and excited. I don't even know what I'm reading on anymore. See? That's scary. What am I reading on? Oh man. Okay. Okay, come on now. I don't know. Must not have been that interesting. Let's read on something that is interesting. Tommy Tuberville. Okay, I got to switch decks. I thought I had it right with this. I was just going to use the light seers. There's nothing light about this guy. So, Deviant Moon. Deviant Moon. So the thing with Tommy Tuberville, I was always thinking, wouldn't it be great to get a sports coach in? Because they have to work with all races. It doesn't matter what you're dealing with, what human you're dealing with, what color of skin you're dealing with, what nationality. If you can play the sport, we're going to put you in. And the ones who are not in, we're going to try to make you better. And we're there to win. Okay, so that may be a little issue. There's a lot of issues with it. That's what I thought then. I'm not so sure I think that now. So for all you people that are typing in comments and you wish you could delete them, well, you can. 3 little dots, you can delete them. If you were snarky to me. The sports coach idea. I was thinking about that this morning, and I'm going, these coaches just use people as pawns. And if they get hurt, it doesn't matter. We're going to inject you so you don't feel the pain, get out there again, cause more damage. So I don't think you need a sports coach in there. I think having that mindset might be pretty good, but Tommy Tuberville, no. So he is holding up all these military promotions because he doesn't like what Congress passed. He's part of Congress. He doesn't like what the majority wanted. So now he's holding up military promotions. He's a Republican. Aren't the Republicans for military, for police, for the FBI? And yet all they want to do is defund all of this stuff. And it boggles my mind. I am not a war guy. If we had no boundaries, no wars, no military, that would be a big tower moment. That would be a big adjustment. But I think I would adjust. I think I would be okay. We hang on so tight to the past. 411 on Tuberville. 411 on Tuberville. Trump first came out and endorsed him, you know, with my old mindset, I was going, oh, this might be good. And then I heard him speak for the first time and I went, oh, this is going to be a train wreck. Tuberville. And then he was on CNN, that Caitlin woman who interviewed Trump, another train wreck. And she starts pushing him on white nationalist and the definition of. And I don't know if I was just rereading things or like, didn't I just read this? Well, that's not the definition. Anyway. Tommy Tuberville. Making a stinky face. Tommy Tuberville. Here we go. What do we got here? 9 of Pentacles. I got to look hard at this deck because it's similar in usage to the Halloween deck. I don't use it that much. And so when I pull it out, I go, what is that? 9 of Pentacles. Well, Tommy Tuberville, he's got some money. He lives, as y'all hear me say, in 9 of Pentacles. They're in this like protected little lush garden here. He's in kind of this marine, this factory, gray, brownish, yucky. He's only got one wheel. The dude's not traveling right. He's only got one wheel. Speaking of haircuts, look at that haircut he's got. Little spikes up there. All right. His little antennas are out. They're going backwards though. Sorry. And it looks like he's chained to this devil energy who he thinks is good. Crossing him is the Hierophant, the government. That's what he's doing. He is chaining up the government. At the base of it is the Page of Wands. So I think he's relatively new to this Congress. I think he's been there for what, 2 years now? And his ideas, he's walking on ice. And I'm thinking it's thin ice. In the past, Page of Cups. He's listening to news from unexpected sources. He's listening to crazy news. And not only is he listening to it, he's coaxing this information out. Look, he's like tickling the fish under its gills. Come on, talk to me. He's just playing with it. He's not trying to get good, solid information. Nothing against fish, but I mean, I think fish are pretty smart. Look at the salmon. Well, they keep getting caught, but look at the salmon swimming all the way upstream. All right. 9 of Wands. Tommy, you got 9 of Wands overshadowing this reading. He does not look happy. He looks like he's in jail. Look at him. Look at him with his big lip poking out. Well, I shouldn't have done that. I don't think he should have. And in the potential near future, wow, there's a celebration. There's a celebration. You got the Three of Cups. Yay, celebrating. But, okay, you know how I said he was tickling that fish? Normally, I get images of a false celebration with the Four of Wands. This card in this deck is giving me a false celebration vibe. I'm going to keep going with it. Internally, Three of Swords. There's no false celebration here. This hurts. Externally, he's kind of dancing. He's just playing around with this. He's not seeing what's coming down the pike for him. Do you see the, never mind. I was going to say something. I'm just going to zip it here. Queen of Cups, hopes and fears. Queen of Cups, some new information doesn't come out. That's what he's hoping. I think it's J6. Why did I just hear J6? King of Pentacles. This is my trump card too. King of Pentacles, King of Money, Tommy Tuberville. Eight of Cups, walking away from the King of Pentacles trump card because it's too heavy of a burden. What is the burden there? Let's look at the base of the deck. Queen of Wands, it's kind of scary information that's coming out with him. The Magician, is he going to try to play like a magician? And then we have the Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving, asking for help. Ooh. Two of Swords. In his fight, asking for help with this. And then he has the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like he's got some money issues coming up. Obviously, with the 6 and 7 of Pentacles, he's got some money issues coming up. Let's just look at our military readiness, shall we? You know, with so much going on in the world today, in the world being based on this type of might makes right. Is this a Tower moment where we're going, is he part of the Tower moment where we are shifting and flipping into a whole new awareness? Go back to my Light Seers Tarot. How's our military readiness? You're in switch decks. I'm going to switch to my fountain deck. Excuse me, guys. Reaching over you, reaching behind you. Ooh. Worried. Sometimes spirit just knows what should be at the bottom of the deck. These cards are really old. This is one of my first decks I got besides my Rider-Waite. And I've worn them out almost. And they're hard to shuffle. Plus my fingers make it hard to shuffle. Military, who cares? Danny, nobody cares about your stinking fingers. Sorry. Didn't mean to go there. Just shuffle and pull the cards. Shuffle and pull the cards. How is our military readiness? How is our military readiness? Tommy Tuberville. You know, when I pulled, right now when I'm pulling this. I get him as that devil energy where he's being chained to this belief, which, you know, is just so, and to Mr. Pumpkinhead. So he will be, if he shows up, that's the card he's going to be. How's our military readiness? What's going on with it? Are other people seeing it? Are the independents, the other Republicans seeing this? Again, why aren't they talking? Getting the feeling it's about ready to explode. I've been feeling this for this week. For those of you still watching, something big I'm getting is about ready to crack. I know. Psychic Duck, is something big ready to crack open? Oh, yes. I'm sorry. I should not use you for fodder. I should not. I am your father, Luke. My dad's a duck. Okay. It's because you're quacking. You're quacked. Military readiness. How could y'all even be serious listening to me read on military readiness after that? Focus, Danny. Tuberville, degrading our military readiness. Moon card. Where's my camera? Moon card. 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Coins. Just going to keep going and see where we get. Queen of Cups. Temperance. In the past. Not a good card. In the past. At the top, 2 of Swords. Big decision needing to be made. There's a big wave coming. And we're blind. New beginnings. Ace of Pentacles. 7 of Wands, defending oneself. This is internally. Is military, are we good? Fool. We're being foolish in this, letting this go on. Hopes and fears is the 10 of Wands. There are so many hot pokers in the world right now that are relying on some kind of strength and stability. And the final outcome, 2 of Cups. In other decks, I'd be happy with this. In this deck, it feels like we're going to need help from our ET friends. 2 of Cups. Let's just keep going with this. The World. Moving on. Our military readiness. Okay. This is just really weird for me. It feels like we're shifting into a new awareness that it doesn't need us to have military readiness. What I'm getting with this And it's these last cards. Well, it's this Two of Swords. What sword do we grab? Do we even need to grab a sword? We're blind. Why are we swinging blindly with weapons? And it goes, I think about the cluster bombs in Ukraine. We're just dropping them indiscriminately, not we and not Ukraine. But they're saying, well, it could be indiscriminate lives lost. Well, it's war. Indiscriminate lives are being lost all the time. So it's not the bomb, it's the war. So if we let go of war, then if we let go of all these hot irons, then what happens? Well, then we have this Two of Cups energy. It's water, it's movement, it's fluid. And this Two of Cups, it's still out of reach. It's what we learned with other planets in other lifetimes. It's all about a betterment for the world, and it's unifying the world with this Two of Cups, because Two of Cups is coming together of energies and emotional energies, and it's moving on. I don't know, military readiness. I don't see tower moments. I don't see fighting. I just see us moving on to a different way of dealing with these hot poker moments. The external position is the Fool. Defending ourselves, we're being foolish. There's a better way to do this. A better way, a new beginning in the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to drop this down so y'all can see this, because the more I get into this, the more I think this is absolutely right. You can see what I'm drinking for coffee. Okay. Military readiness. We're being a little crazy, howling at the moon. Okay. I'm gonna shoot you. I'm gonna bomb you. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. Borders. It's silly. It's stupid. We have craziness coming from the water about our limitations. The Nine of Pentacles, it is about money. That's going to be a challenge because we pump so much money into this. But this money is keeping us limited in our own little private gardens. There's the Queen of Cups energy at the bottom. Calm, peaceful water energy. Something new coming out of that Queen of Cups. What is in that cup? There's something new coming. In the past, as it relates to this, is balance. So we say our military readiness is all about keeping the world balanced and keeping the world safe. That's what some will have us believe. But this, it's all about more waterish, less bombs, less defensive. It's water balance. And this guy's a little naked. It's like, aren't you being a little exposed if you don't have weapons? It's bringing in more of a balance. At the top of the reading, she grabs her weapons, grabs her clothes, grabs her weapons, but she's not seeing she's not seeing the bigger picture. She's got two decisions to make. She's walking on water. She should feel the emotionalness of the Queen of Cups and the Temperance energy. In the potential near future is something new coming, something new being realized, a new project. Internally, we're still wanting to defend ourselves. Externally, we're still doing the Fool. doing the fool, meaning we're walking off the cliff, a new awareness, a new journey. Something new is coming, and it's a little scary. Because why? Because we want to defend ourselves. This isn't about defending ourselves. This is about taking a leap of faith. A leap of faith, but no, wait a minute. Hopes and fears. My fears are we have to defend ourselves. Look at all these hot button issues. Look at them all. We got to do something. And the outcome card is the Two of Cups coming together in calming energy, in the Queen of Cup energy, bringing those two cups, adding another cups, unity for the world as we move on. I am getting chills at this. I'm getting chills. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching. Peace and love.